Hello, welcome back. Yeah, Rare Early Psych Rock. All records I show now are original first pressings, but before we get into them, let me start with a krautrock record. And I'm so happy that I got this Zweistein original from 1970 on the Philips label. And what makes it really special, this edition, is that it has this totally intact mirror. Usually you just don't find it with this mirror. And yeah, the records in this 3 LP avant-garde experimental krautrock set are also in an amazing shape, and having this very avant-garde-ish experimental krautrock record. As I said, 3 records: Trip, Flip Out and Meditation is of course something very special to me, and the record itself is a stunner. It's a killer. Very experimental for krautrock. 1970, maybe you stream it or get a bit into it. This is really interesting stuff and quite out there in a very good way. Yeah, and now we approach more and more the psych records. But again, before we get into them, I want to show another record, and I think this record is one of those examples where it's safe to say it can't get any rarer in a way, because when you look this together up at Discogs, the 1973 krautrock album, you see that, for example, 27 own it, a couple of hundred have it on the want list, but getting this record in this condition, in this shape, yeah, that's quite something. And this is really a grail now into my collection, and we are talking a very special krautrock album again, with heavy psych elements. That's why the bridge now to the other albums. Again, 2 guys from Düsseldorf, and the combination, we only have a drummer, and we have keyboards. And what these 2 guys does on this album is stunning. They only put out this album. They have been together for only a very short period of time. And of course, one of those gems out of Düsseldorf, and a very sought after record. And I'm very happy that I have an original pressing now in, I think it's safe to say, in a perfect condition. The sound of it is also brilliant. It is a beautiful sounding krautrock album. So give it a chance, give it a listen. Quite interesting combination with the drums and the keyboard. Some singing on it too. Very cool. Yeah, now let's get into psych. Early psych. A genre that of course quite soon got in a way overwhelmed and overlapped by the first Pink Floyd albums. But there are a lot of bands, and this music genre, those records are so sought after by so many collectors that we really have a market with extremely high priced albums. And yeah, let me start with one I didn't know about, and it's so funny because I show now the first album of a band most of us probably knows. Talking about this one, Ambrose Slade, Beginnings. Extremely sought after album, really rare album. It's from 1969, and yeah, skip the Ambrose, and then you have Slade, and that's what they did later on. But here on the Psych album from Slade, they have been Ambrose Slade, and you still can hear glam rock, later glam rock elements, but it's a psych rock album. Of course, the very significant voice of the singer you already recognize. Yeah, killing Rare album, especially in this condition. Ambrose Slate. Okay, let me put them immediately back into the sleeve so that there is nothing happening to the records. The next album, yeah, Killer Jacket, 1967. I have here the original US pressing from Chocolate Watch Band. Look at the jacket. Look at this beautiful jacket. This album got quite some reissues, but here we have the first US pressing. I think they put out 3 albums altogether, and yeah, you can see at the shape that this is quite something special. And in general, when you get these albums, these early psych albums, in a good or very good condition, the prices often explodes. They explode. Now I have a German first pressing in a beautiful gatefold. I'm talking about the Pretty Things. Look at the beauty of this psych album from 1968. Here we have the gatefold. Yeah, those beat elements, and it's quite lovely. It's really a beautiful psych rock, rhythm and blues, prog album. Fantastic. Next one. Yes. Tomorrow, self-titled. We have here the first UK stereo of this album from 1968. Can you see that? Yeah, am I keeping that? Okay, cool. Another beautiful example here with the flip back jacket. Great stuff on the Parlophone label. A lot of those of the albums I show here today are on the Fontana label. Quite remarkable. They seem to have been very active in this area at the time. So now 2 amazing albums, amazingly rare, from one of the main bands, at least to my knowledge. Very important, very beautiful, very rare. This is the first UK stereo of Kaleidoscope, Tangerine Dream. This album is from 1967. Again, the guys, but also again this beat elements, stunning. And if you consider, I said 1967, look at the shape of the jacket again with the flip back here. Beautiful, beautiful. Second Kaleidoscope I can show you is, yeah, maybe even more rare than the other one. It's Kaleidoscope faintly blowing in a beautiful gatefold jacket. Yeah, laminated cover. That's why I'm extremely careful with this one. Okay, this is the second Kaleidoscope, and now again similar to the Slate. Velvet Frog. You know Velvet Frog? You probably know one member of this psych band, of this album from 1969. Again, Velvet Frog, UK psych first pressing. And then the member is Tommy Loomey, who little later founded or was a member of Black Sabbath. And you know, you also see one person quite often on those records. I hope we get it sharp. And this is John Peel. John Peel was so important to this music scene, and he supported, amongst others, this Velvet Frog. And of course he was one of the main figures behind the uprising of Pink Floyd, but John Peel was involved with a lot of these psych bands in Great Britain. The last album I wanted to show is, yeah, the jacket alone. I mean, hey, Supernatural Fairy Tales on the Island label. Here you see the jacket. As I said, 1967, psych, prog. This band, I think they only put out this album. A little later they became Spooky Tooth. So very influential, important early psych record on the Island label. This is the first British mono pressing. Yeah. So this video, in a way, was a little warm-up. This video was a warm-up for a stream I will do on Saturday, again with Günther, and where we get even deeper. And yeah, I'm quite more and even more rare psych records. He will share some of them with us. We get into the topic. We hope, like you did with the Sunra video, where I had amazing contributions from the gallery. I really loved this stream, this combined knowledge from Günther and a lot of people in the Peanut Gallery. That was an amazing topic, an amazing contribution from the Peanut Gallery. And now we want to do this with Rare Psych Records on Saturday. I invite you all to participate, discuss the topic, get even more into it, and I promise you more rare psych records. Okay, that's it with this warm-up. Thank you very much for your time, and I hope to see you on Saturday. Bye.